El artista Diego Velázquez es de Sevilla. Él es talentoso, tradicional y viejo. Le gusta pintar. Él pinta la corte. Estudia el arte de Velázquez. Diego Rodriguez de Sevilla y Velázquez was born in 1599 in Sevilla, Spain. At the time, Sevilla was a thriving artistic community. This is a picture of Sevilla in the 16th century. At age 11, he was apprenticed to Francisco Pacheco, Sevilla's most significant artist and art theorist. Later on, he surpassed him and continued to open up his own art studio. This is a painting called Christ in the House of Martha and Mary. In 1618, Diego married his old teacher Francisco Pacheco's daughter, Juana. By 1621, the couple had two daughters, Francisca and Ignacia. In the beginning of his work, he painted traditional religious works like the Immaculate Conception, which is this first picture. This is another example of his religious works called St. John the Evangelist on Patmos. Velázquez was a rebel. Even though he wasn't supposed to, Velázquez proceeded to paint nudes. Instead of going off the books, which was common during his time, he painted live models. Only one of his nudes remains today. That painting is called Rokeby Venus, but we will not show that due to the exposure of body parts people are not supposed to see. Instead, this is another one of his works called the Triumph of Bacchus. In 1623, Velázquez painted a portrait of King Philip V at age 24. Philip loved the finished painting so much he didn't allow anyone else to paint him. He appointed Velázquez to be one of his court painters. Velázquez was one of the only court painters that got paid. Later on in his career, he painted his most famous work, Las Meninas. There are many different theories on what this painting is supposed to mean. One theory was that Velázquez was trying to humanize the royals. He wanted to show that they were like any other family. Another theory is that the painting was a gift to King Philip for knighting him. Velázquez has one surviving portrait, which is Prince Philip Prospero. In the portrait, the boy has sad eyes. Prince Philip was sick and died at a very young age. Philip died at age 3. This painting was done when he was 2 years old. This is the only painting picture of Prince Philip Prospero we have today. Velázquez spent most of his time painting the court. One of his paintings is called The Portrait of Innocent X. He painted it on his second voyage to Italy. He asked to paint a portrait of the Pope, but the Innocent X wanted proof of Velázquez's skills instead of relying on his fame. By the time Velázquez died, it is estimated he had painted around 110 to 120 paintings. Although several of them have been lost, his paintings inspired many artists who succeeded him. This was Picasso's version of Las Meninas. Diego Velázquez was one of the most important Spanish painters in the 17th century. Today, his work can sell up to $4,600,000 US. This is another one of his most famous works called Old Woman Frying Eggs.